Morning guys. So thank God for this, but we're finally back to getting on with some proper jobs. So today we start a Howdens kitchen. So today's just a rip out, but we got a latex floor ready for new flooring. Get it all ripped out. The delivery's coming early this morning. It's on first delivery, so stay with us and you can watch us do the rip out, and then we'll talk you through whatever we need to talk you through. If you've got any questions and you want any advice on how to do these sort of things yourself, just hit me up in the comments, guys. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so a bit late doing a video, but it was a mad rush. The kitchen literally turned up at 8 o'clock, and as it turned up, a bloody heavens opened. So it was just a mad rush just to get it unloaded and covered up as much as we could. So most of our kitchens out here covered over with plastic sheets. Luckily they are protected with plastic, and most of the doors and everything else is inside. So this is what we're doing. So we were going to latex over these tiles, but now that I've seen that threshold, I'm thinking of taking them up, purely because they don't go all the way under. They only go, as you can see, just up to the feet. So I've got to latex the floor anyway, so I'm probably going to take the tiles up. So this is the kitchen that's coming out. We've already started to disassemble just to speed things up. So, and then obviously we've got all of our panels are now stored in here, our appliances over there, all our doors are over the back there. Bit of a mad dash just to try and get in and get started this morning. So I will get some time lapse going once the clients are out, because they're moving out for a week or so while we get stuck in. So just stay with us, guys. See how things progress. I'll see you soon. Okay guys, so mad dash rush this morning, absolutely hammering down. I've already sliced my bloody finger open on a bit of wood, being an idiot. So we've managed to get all of it in. We had to bring the tall larder in through the bloody back gate, which meant going all the way around the houses. So this is where we're at. As you can see, we've got a larder coming through the back door, our pull-out 300 larder, all our wall units, pull-out drawers, all the bits and pieces, wine cooler. Then we got all of our units, wall units are there, sorry, base units all there, the integrated oven is there. So it's in an order, so these will go in first, obviously, and then we will work on the wall units and then the larders. So as it's looking at the moment, it's looking like we are going to be taking this flooring up, because it doesn't go under the units, and it's just going to make it harder for us to latex this floor. And I think it'll give a better finish, because we can then lose that crappy threshold bar can go, and we can latex up to his new floor there. We get a better finish there where the tiles are in the passageway there. So we just tile up to that trim. This tiling isn't exactly brilliant anyway. I mean, originally we were just going to tile latex on this, but now that I'm looking at it, I've had a chat with a client and I think we're going to rip it up. So we're going to have a go in a minute with a breaker, a little SDS, and see how they come up, and we'll go from there. But as you can see, we're just ripping out now. So I'm just get the sink out, and then we've got to get these wall basic worktops out, the rest of these units out. We can now get that out now that this oven unit is out of the way. So we're just going to get all this smashed up, have a good clear up, do a couple of dump runs to the skip with all the rubbish, and then we can start looking at getting these tiles up. We'll see how things pan out. I'd like to get everything out and the floor up before I do a dump run. I believe all the deliveries are now here. The new radiator's here, the hob's here, the kitchen's here. So to my knowledge, that is all of it. But you never know with these things. So just crack on. We've got it on time lapse, so we will be doing a bit of time lapse in between. But today is just basically the rip out. All the electrics seem good. We haven't got to the plumbing side of it yet, but I can't see there being any major issues with that. So I'm just going to disconnect this sink and get stuck in. So stay tuned, guys, and we'll keep you updated. See you soon. Okay, so just having a quick look at this, the plumbing under the sink here. So I think the best thing we can do here, we're just going to isolate it at the isolators there and now. We're going to disconnect the waste, disconnect the washing machine, take that socket off, lift the sink out, we'll just rip it out in this case, and then we'll smash the back panel up, because I don't want to start cutting them pipes until I can figure out where the hot isolator is, which means getting upstairs. But for now, the priority is just to get that unit out. So we're not going to go mad here with the plumbing for the minute. Just going to turn the isolators off and get this back panel out. So it's disconnected. Not ideal having the electric socket directly below the sink. Far from ideal. I don't know what idiot thought that was a good idea. If you're going to put a plug under a sink, put it high and on the side if you can, purely because you don't want water getting into it. Now that is the worst place to put a socket, because it's the first place you're going to get water ingress. So neither here nor there now. So that's them disconnected. That's the waste disconnected. So quick and easy. I've already turned the water off there. So first job we're going to do now is just get this sink ripped out. And I mean, we are literally just going to rip it out. We ain't going to bother trying to unscrew it. I'm just going to get pry bar under here, like so, and then lift. And that's it. That's the sink out. Now these are a must-have for anyone who does this sort of work. The old box spanners. So we just want one that's going to fit. That wrong one. That's it. That's the one I need. Just loosen these off. Now, we're under orders to keep this tap, because apparently the mother-in-law of the person whose house this is wants to keep it. So, for whatever reason, whether they want it for scrap or whether they want to actually use it is neither here nor there. So yeah, when you're doing this sort of work, I highly recommend getting yourself a full set of box spanners. Now, as you can see, we've got quite a selection here. And after another video I did where I had the longer ones and I couldn't get them in, I went and sourced these short ones, because these will all link together. They all literally slot into each other, so you can extend, so like that. So they will all literally lock in together, so you can extend it for as long as you need it, like that. See, that one goes into that one, and that one will slot into that one, and so on and so forth. Well worth having, guys. Yeah, he went over. Okay guys, so kitchen is basically ripped out now, and the tiles are coming up quite nicely, because same old story, no back butter. All you see is the lines from where they've pushed it onto the adhesive, so these haven't been primed or prepped or nothing really. So as you can see, they're coming up, just leaving a little bit of residue, which is going to be much better for us. But the main kitchen is now out, fully out, as someone we all know says, going out. So we're now going to rip the rest of these tiles up to the doorway, take that threshold bar out. It's quite simple getting these up, to be honest. I'm only using a cordless SDS with hammer drill, and this is how easy it is. No effort at all, one-handed. So, just going to break the rest of this out, get stuck in, go off, do a rubbish dump, and then get that van unloaded with all the rubbish, pick up some latex, and come back, good tidy up, prime the floor, throw some latex down, happy days. That's us done for the day then, and then tomorrow we can start laying out and dry fitting all the cabinets. So that's the general plan for today, so stay tuned. Okay, so skip is now getting filled up, as you can see. So just in case you're wondering where I get rid of my rubbish, I have a skip on my drive pretty much 24/7, and I just back the van up, fill it up. I'm a licensed rubbish carrier, so that means I can carry rubbish in my van, because believe it or not, it is illegal for you to transport rubbish in a commercial vehicle without a license. Oh. And they're not expensive, guys. I think they're about £180 a year or something like that. Don't quote me, because prices go up, and I'm not due for a renewal yet. But yeah, just so you're aware, if you're transporting rubbish in your van and you haven't got a license, you could get prosecuted. So just bear that in mind, guys. I'll see you back at the job. Okay, so fridge is out the way. We've swept the floor thoroughly. We're going to hoover it, because we want to get as much of the crap up as possible, get all the corners, get as much of the dust out as possible, and then we're going to prime it with the primer that comes for this flooring. And we're using a 2-part ultra floor latex, so that's what's going to be used in here. So as you can see, pretty clear. We've got to lift these cables out a bit more, but we'll sort that out in a minute. First thing I'm going to do is get my hoover. I'm just going to go all the way around the outside, give it all a thorough hoover, and then we can get the roller tray out and get it primed. So stay with us. Okay guys, so that's us all hoovered up. So we're now putting a coat of primer on. So we've already primed in there, all this pink stuff. We're going to make sure we get a really thick, thorough coat on all this. So we're going to give it another coat in a minute. Ricky's just rolling it in. Get a nice solid coat of primer everywhere. And then we can start looking at using our self-lever, which is out there. It's called Level It 2 by Ultra Floor. It's a nice 2-part one, so should get us through this quite quick. Okay, so fully primed. Everywhere's been primed, nice and solid. I've got me Amazon spikes on for epoxy floors and latex. So now we're ready to start knocking up, and then we can start pouring it and leveling it. So I will start in that corner and I will level it out down that side, going into there and round, getting everything nice and level, and then I will work my way out. So wish me luck, guys. This is the fun part. Like I say, this is a 2-part, so you pour your fluid in your bucket, and it's 1 bag per bucket per bottle of water, bottle of fluid. So we've pumped some expanding foam down the 4-inch soil pipe there. That's just for the mains. Stop the fluid from pouring down there. I've got me spreader, my pointed trowel for spreading, my whisk, and somewhere around here I've got a roller. Here's my spiked roller, Ricky. And my spiked roller. These are all essentials, guys. You need all of this stuff to do this job. So let's get this mixed. We're going to knock up 2 of these buckets at a time, so there's a constant flow. we go, guys. Keep rolling it out. Make sure you get a nice even cover. You should get a nice even colour over the whole floor if you've rolled it out right. Should just flow lovely. Now I'm not aiming to get this floor level, I'm only aiming to get it flat so that when we do the vinyl flooring on it, it's not going to have any lumps, bumps, but when you're done, this is what it should look like. Nice even coat all over. There you go. And then here as well, I've now turned the light off, but you can still see it's gone in there nicely. We'll clean the skirting off tomorrow. Just roll out where I've been moving around. Get that even consistent colour. You can always run a sander over any little high spots once it's dry, which we might have to do tomorrow, but we'll have a look at it tomorrow. And hopefully we can start throwing the units in tomorrow. So that's basically us done for today. We're just going to finish rolling this out, make sure that I'm happy with it before I leave, and then we're just going to tidy up and go home. So we will see you tomorrow, guys. Don't forget, like, share, follow, get onto that YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button to follow the daily progress. Either that or on TikTok you can get the shorts. Probably be about 5 shorts for this one. I'm going to try and do a series on it. That way it'd be easier to find all the videos in one place then, but I've not done a series on TikTok before. So that'll be a new one for me. So stay tuned, guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.